Hello there, my name's Anna Lundberg, and I'm the founder of One Step Outside, where we help people around the world build a business and create a lifestyle that brings them more freedom, flexibility, and fulfillment. And this month, we've been putting freelancing in focus. So we have IPSE's National Freelancers Day coming up later in this month here in the UK. And so we started last week with looking at why freelance. So looking at why so many people are choosing to freelance at the moment and some of the advantages and the appeal, some of that freedom and flexibility that comes with being a freelancer. If nothing else, it's a stepping stone between working full time and going into entrepreneurship and building your own business. This week, if we've tempted you with that freedom and flexibility, we're looking at how you can get started as a freelancer. And so first of all, before you even get started thinking about the business and clients and rates and so on, I'd love for you to think about, why do you want to freelance? What does success look like for you? What is going to make this meaningful for you? And is it even the right thing for you? So really consider what you're hoping to get out of freelancing. Another consideration, of course, is your finances, looking at the bigger picture of your current situation and of course with a partner, with your family if necessary. And only then can you start to brainstorm ideas. It might be really obvious to you what it is you want to do, but I'd encourage you to think creatively about all the things you could do as a freelancer, looking beyond your most obvious job titles, thinking of your softer skills, the more secondary skills, maybe things you do as a hobby or as volunteering perhaps. So look through those ideas with the lens of that definition of success and your criteria, and perhaps you may want to choose sort of a short-term idea that's more realistic, kind of bring in that money quicker and for less effort perhaps, and then also sort of a longer term, bigger dream. And that's really what you want to do, but will take some more time to build up. So that is before you even get started. Once you've done that, once you've chosen your ideas, then you of course need to get clear on what exactly you're trying to do, what's your target market, who are your ideal clients, and what are your services going to be. You're going to need to look at what your rates are. It's an incredibly thorny issue that there are all sorts of discussions and debates on all over the internet if you're interested, but certainly that warrants a whole different training. But of course, understanding what your services and what your pricing are going to be is going to be really key. And then really getting started to build that business, you'll want to establish an online presence. So ideally, you'll have a website where you outline who you are, a bit of your experience and your services and so on. Certainly LinkedIn is a fantastic platform in the professional context where you can, like I'm doing now, go on video, you can write an article, you can connect and engage, you can share relevant content with like-minded people and with your prospective clients as well. You may also want to consider Instagram or Facebook, perhaps Medium as well, depending on who your client is and so on. But really building that online presence to establish your credibility, grow your network and build your personal brand effectively. And then in terms of getting clients, which I know is a tricky one and always that first step that you want to do, I would really encourage you to look to your existing network. These are people who already know, like and trust you. So if you can swallow your pride a little bit, have those conversations, chat to people, whether it's asking for advice or perhaps a testimonial based on your previous work, asking for an introduction to someone. Don't be shy, just come into that conversation organically. Don't go straight in for the sale, but have those conversations with people who already know you and respect you for the work that you do, and then see where that might lead. So those are just a few little tips on how to get started, starting with understand what you want from freelancing, looking at your finances and so on, to beginning to outline what your service offering is going to be, your pricing, and then building your online presence. I also want to emphasize the importance of having a routine and some structure, because the dark side of that freedom and flexibility that is so appealing is that you can actually have too much of a good thing. Meaning that if you don't have that structure, if you don't have the routine, either you're trying to build this alongside your full-time job, in which case you're going to need discipline to fit in this extra work on top of your existing workload in the mornings, at lunchtime, the evenings and so on. Or perhaps if you're not working at the moment, you're going to suddenly need to start putting that structure in place so that you have the discipline to take that consistent action every day. So certainly in my experience, a little bit of structure, a little bit of routine is what's going to allow you to have that freedom and flexibility within sort of more of a manageable amount, so it doesn't run away with you and days will pass when you won't have actually made any progress. If you are interested in learning more, because there's only so much I can say in a very short video like this, and if you are active on Facebook, I'd love for you to come over and join the One Step Outside Facebook group. I'm in there every day answering questions, I'm doing live trainings, and you can also connect with like-minded people. Thanks so much for watching, and next week we'll be back by looking at some of the challenges that come with freelancing and how we can start to overcome them. Bye for now.